Hey everyone, welcome to the Boscoin YouTube channel. I'm Bosk and this is Tails, and today I'm going to be going over the top 3 ways that I earn passive income in cryptocurrency. This isn't going to be based on other people's experiences. It's not going to be based on some BS I read online. It's my personal experience and how I am personally earning pretty good passive income in cryptocurrency. I do want to give you a quick teaser though for the second method of generating passive income in cryptocurrency I'm going to talk about here on this video is how I doubled my money in about 30 days and I didn't do a thing except for make one right decision. Mining. Cryptocurrency mining is an excellent way to add a passive income source to your life. If you've been following the channel here for a while, you know that we've covered countless mining rig builds, from making your own mining rig to buying plug and play miners. Depending on your electric rate, there is definitely profits to be made. It's not the heyday that it was in the bull run. However, you still will earn passive income. And one of the main benefits is it's a very seamless way to acquire cryptocurrency. You buy this device, really the best way to get devices right now is just to buy stuff used on eBay, for example. And you take this and you just plug it in and you'll just casually, slowly accumulate cryptocurrency, probably of your choice. If it's not the crypto that you wanted, simply trade into it. The focus of today's video is not going to be on mining though, because we've covered that so much, so extensively, and we'll continue to do so. So I just wanted to touch on that, as that's been one of the most tried, proven, and beneficial ways to get passive income in cryptocurrency. Set up this device and you earn money. Now on to the second method, which has been the most lucrative as of late for earning passive income in cryptocurrency. For this method, for this video series, we do have a sponsorship, and it's Mining Store. They offer the services for what we're about to talk about, which are masternodes. Okay, so I know there's a lot of debate, which I'm going to dive into the pros and the cons of masternodes and so forth. However, Mining Store, they offer a just hassle-free way to get into it. They'll manage it for you. Some people don't have the time. That's where services like Mining Store come in. They also have a really active Discord community, which I'll have that link in the description below. You can go in there, check them out, check out their services, and see if their fees make sense for you. So let's actually talk about some masternodes. And masternode, basically you have to have a large stake of cryptocurrency. I'm not talking about the kind you eat, all right? So you need a large sum of cryptocurrency. And what this allows you to do is to enter into a node. And a node is going to basically help a project build their network, become more resilient, depending on the requirements, like the specifications for the server you'll need. They may be able to utilize the hardware of your server, and in exchange, they're going to give you some kickback in the form of their cryptocurrency. So this is a very lucrative way of earning cryptocurrency, especially if you're an early adopter with these nodes. For example, Loki just launched their service nodes, which is just their basically name for master nodes, about a month ago. And the earnings were pretty wild the first couple of days, getting about 200 Loki per day with a service node. And the stake to run a service node is pretty expensive. And with the recent price movement in Loki, it became a lot more expensive. Before they basically initiated their service nodes, they were trading for around like 12, 18, 20 cents, it varied on the day. One of the interesting features about this coin in specific is the fact that they have decided to use a depreciating model where as time goes on, you need less and less of the actual coin to have a service node. So for example, right now it's 4609 Loki, which is a pretty dramatic drop off with just being, a little over 30 days old, which has already decreased the money you need to get a node by a good bit. And I understand this is a hefty price, so it's not going to be a solution for everyone. However, not to show this coin, again, I'm just talking about this because it's a personal example I have here. And with this coin in specific, you can enter a node with 4 other people. So for example, me, you, and 2 other guys or girls, we could each have about 10,000 Loki and do a shared node and split up the profits accordingly. So there are some cool, interesting options there. And because everybody always likes to talk figures, it's like, well, how much did you make? About 8,000 Loki in the last 30 days, which comes out to $3,520. And at the same time, Loki has appreciated in value, and ultimately, I was able to more than double my money with the price entering the service node to right now, which is pretty cool. And that's not a constant opportunity you have here in cryptocurrency in this bear market. Right now, the same service node is making 75 Loki a day, which equates out to 33 bucks. So if we come over here, this is actually a pretty cool command you can run on their Telegram. I hate Telegram, and there's a lot of scammers impersonating me on Telegram, so never deal with Boscoin on Telegram. because it's probably not me. My real handle is VosCoinYT for YouTube, because somebody stole my original one and was talking about tails. Anyway, you probably don't care, but it's pretty annoying, pretty nasty people out there. The point is that we can see the current block height. All right, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's try it again. The current block height's 126,314. There's 258 active nodes. We just talked about the staking requirement, and the block reward for the service node is 27 Loki. So your daily reward is going to be about 75 Loki. What's pretty wild though about this situation in particular is that 37.5% of the circulating supply of this currency is locked up in service nodes. And when you lock it in a node, you can't move it for 30 days. So pretty interesting stuff, I think. Again, this isn't about shilling this coin. I don't care if you buy it. I don't care if you don't. I don't care if you hate it. I don't care if you love it. My point is this is a personal example of what I'm doing. I'm not running any Zencash secure nodes. I'm not running any Zencash super nodes anymore. So this is actually my main Masternode example I'm able to bring you guys. As far as other options for Masternodes, there's a lot of websites which will give you a lot of options. I'm over here just Masternodes Online, didn't sponsor anything. It's just one of the sites I check once in a while, and you can sort it by a lot of options. For example, the Masternode's worth. And if you start to break it down like this, you'll see that there are a lot of different cryptocurrencies you could get into for a Masternode. And the reason I sorted by Masternode worth is just to get out of the way the coins that are unachievable. For example, Dash is over there at 155K, pretty wild, right? But another reason why I sorted by Masternode worth is this is general, okay? This doesn't include coins that recently pumped and had a huge price increase, which in turn had a very large increase on their Masternode worth, which would get them higher on the list, which again, this stuff's always changing, so stay with me. I'll try to bring you the most recent coverage I always can on everything. But my point is this, is that, relatively speaking, the more a Masternode is worth, the more stable it will be, the more stable it is to get into, get out of, and there's also more likelihood that there's decent trading volume, so you can actually get in and out of the actual coin. And above all, do your research and make sure this is a project that you could maybe go the distance in. When you have a Masternode, you have a very high stake in a cryptocurrency. It's a lot of money. So not only are you hoping you get these decent returns to justify, whatever you have to do to actually run the node, but you don't want this coin to tank. You're not earning your daily value expected on the node, and then you're also holding this pile of worthless digital crypto crap. I'm not saying everything's worthless digital crypto crap. Obviously, I'm a crypto channel. I'm just saying it's happened before. It's happened to a lot of people, and it's happened to me in some of my, just personal testing. So you got to be careful. Now, I personally gravitate towards projects that I have some confidence in, I'm bullish on, or that they have a decent market cap. Okay, so if you're grabbing Masternodes off the top 100 coins on coin market cap, you're probably going to fare a little bit better than if you're grabbing coins from the 500 plus range. And just to sum up the Masternode section of this video with a little bit of a more professional definition here, the definition of a node is going to be a physical network node is an active electronic device that is attached to a network and is capable of creating, receiving, or transmitting information over a communications channel. Basically, a node means one computer and network that is communicating with other computers in the same network. So it's building that web, building that resilience, potentially utilizing those resources to the benefit of that network. Ultimately, one of the ways to look at it is that you're kind of building out their infrastructure and in exchange getting compensated for doing so. Now let's talk about the third and final way to make passive income in cryptocurrency. It's actually not final. There's other ways, but I just chose 3 of the most popular and reliable options for this video and things that I just personally do. So I'm going to talk about proof of stake and whether or not you like proof of stake. If you're unfamiliar with proof of stake, basically it's a cryptocurrency that's normally not mined, so there's no miners, there's no proof of work. The currency is essentially generated, okay, and it earns interest. For example, one of the most popular options and long-standing options for this would be NEO, formerly known as Ant shares. So let's break it down with some numbers. Let's say we have 100 NEO, which would cost us $1,600. And we're also hoping that it increases to 30 bucks eventually, right? I think that's a safe bet to make. We get a little bull market action. I don't think it'd be hard to see a $30 NEO again. And if that took place, that price increase from 16 to 30, that would be a profit of $1,400 just based off that NEO, right? But that's not passive income necessarily. That's just investing, and what you invested in went up in value. What NEO also does is while you're holding it, you generate an additional cryptocurrency called gas. And it's kind of like the fuel in their network, and it's needed, and it has value, and it's traded on all of the popular cryptocurrency exchanges along with NEO. So you can get in and out of it, which I think is a very important thing you need to look at when you're looking at these cryptocurrencies. Sure, this might look promising, but can you actually get in and out of the coin? Because it's a pretty big deal. If you can't, you'll never get your money back. Point is, with the annual dividend, you'll make 3.62%. So let's say I bought into NEO and it was really cheap. I'm confident that it's going to go up in value. And just for the record, I've got to say this once in a while, but I'm not a professional investor. This isn't professional investment advice. I'm not your dad, Tails' dad, and this is for entertainment purposes only. But essentially the gamble is this: you buy into this crypto, you think it's going to go up in value, and while you're holding it, it's also generating you an additional cryptocurrency that has value as well, that you hope that value will probably go up as well. And if you take the annual current dividend of 3.62%, it probably blows your savings account out of the water. If you've got a good savings account, you're probably getting about 1% annual interest. This interest rate won't blow your mind or anything crazy. However, it is much higher than your savings account. And if you wanted to invest in cryptocurrency and still passively earn on top of, you hoping that this crypto goes up in value, this is a very good, safe, secure option. Personally, I've been holding NEO here for over a year now. And it's had its ups and downs. It's been good buying opportunities, good selling opportunities, but along the way, any NEO that I held was generating gas. So I also was accruing more and more of this gas cryptocurrency. And at the end of the day, it's not always about your USD. Well, it sort of is, but it's not just about the USD valuation, but it's also about the number of coins, because it's a lot different to have more of a cryptocurrency you think is going to explode in value, as opposed to only having a few coins that may be overvalued. So with always, everything is crazy in cryptocurrency. It's kind of like the wild west. In this video, I went ahead and told you about the 3 most lucrative and realistic and safe and just real options that I even personally do to make passive income in cryptocurrency. We talked about mining. If you don't follow the channel, I built out a huge mining farm in the bull run this year, and it was super lucrative. Since then, the bear market has taken its toll, as well as the introduction of more and more ASIC miners, which had kind of obsoleted the majority of my farm, which are GPU mining rigs. But that's a whole different subject. Next, we covered masternodes, and the masternodes can take on a lot of different shapes, sizes, values, names, from masternode to service node to secure node, super node, whatever you want to call it. A node that gives you money is, essentially a masternode at its core principle. And with that, I gave you my personal example of how I've been doing well with my Loki masternode, and I'm happy about that. There are a lot of masternode options out there, and really it's going to come down to backing a coin that you're confident in. I'm going to look into exploring some more coins, but in this kind of market, I'm very leery. I've taken the plunge on some of these projects that have a high masternode worth, which are probably going to be the better options. But I don't want to sit here and lose my ass and be pretty upset. So again, it's whatever you can afford to lose is what you can afford to invest. And then the third method we talked about is proof of stake coins, the ones that will give you passive income, kind of similar to a masternode, but on a much smaller scale. Most of these projects are just going to go, you just need 1, 2, 10, not a huge quantity of these coins, if there even is a minimum quantity, to earn essentially interest of them, whether it's more of that same cryptocurrency or it generates a sub currency for you, for example NEO generating gas. At the end of the day, cryptocurrency is a lot of fun, and if you're not invested already, I really encourage you to do some more research, watch some more videos on the channel, of course, and see if it's something you want to get into. I've been in crypto for well over a year now, and I've got to say, it's been the most exciting, lucrative, fun thing I've ever done. So if you're not in, don't be a no coiner. At least, dip your toes in and have some fun. If you're already in, just bunker down. I know the bear market can get a little tough, but we're all going to make it out. And don't be the guy who sells his coins for basically free, and then you could have paid your house off with it a couple months later. That's a bad feeling. And above all, the best advice I can give you is to subscribe to the VozCoin YouTube channel, hit the thumbs up on the video, leave a comment, and let me know, what have you done to earn passive income in cryptocurrency? I'm interested to hear it. And above all, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.